Alright, and we're back with the next tutorial video for everything, pretty much. And we are currently in the fight space area that we left off in the last one. So here we go, is Free Fight, which allows you to pretty much play any deck or character you've already played against. And there's a lot of them. And that's pretty much it for that. You just select a character, you pick them, and you end up fighting them. You choose your deck and all that, and you go through a fight. Then you go back to the same menu. You can get victory points from them and all that. You can also grind this way and just try to raise your victory points. Although going through the story also kind of helps just because you unlock other stuff as well. The one below that is missions. This is all the various missions within the game, and you can replay them if you want after you unlock them. I don't do this very often, but it's kind of nice if you have like a friend who wants to try it out or whatever, and you can show them and be like, here, try beat this, I guess. Other than that, this is your fighter's notes, which you can just go into that and edit your settings. This is how you get into a multiplayer. So you click that one, and then you get two choices. This is local. So this if you want to play against like other people in the area around you. So if someone else hosts, you'll show their names will show up here, and then you can select it, and it'll start up and ask if you want to like connect to the game. To make your own game, you click that, and then it'll do this, and your game will show up on theirs, and they'll select that and start it up. In the other one, which is internet fight, basically. This is friend fight, which I'm not 100% sure how it works yet because I never tried it, but is probably for people on your friends list which you can fight. So I'm going to do this, and it's going to connect to the server, and I'm assuming it'll pretty much have me try to play against a friend. So it's basically the same online version type of thing like the other one, so for local, but it's online, and it looks for your friends, and you can host one as well, and it'll show up on theirs. This one is World Fight, where it's basically online against random people. You get a choice of who you want to fight. So Onaji is the same, so you play people of your rank. This one is people who are stronger, and this is people like just everyone. This is Subete. This just encompasses everyone, which I normally use online just because it doesn't really matter how many wins they've gotten. That doesn't really determine how good of a fighter they are, pretty much. And you just, when you select that option, it'll start searching the servers and everything. It'll bring you up to it'll show if they found someone. If not, it'll come up with the error, and then you can try it again. When you do, you just select yes. It'll go to the actual deck choosing thing, and it'll start up a fight against the other person and disconnect. You can kind of see how that works more in one of our actual online fights, which we have a couple of now actually, so you can try that out. And that is everything except fighter's notes. So go to fighter's notes here, and then you'll probably see pretty much the same options as the other one. So you gotta do this. It's slightly different though in the fact that this gives you like your fight bonuses, your message, your fight avatar, all the stuff from the last time. However, this also has character, so you get to see how many times you fought against various characters, and pretty much you get to see how often you won, how much you've lost, stuff like that. You get to listen to them talk as well. It's kind of interesting that I put that there. And then you get all of these, so you get to see the people you fought before. So the one I picked here, this is your local fight, so anyone you fought locally. So for instance, you got that. You can check, and you can look at their deck profiles and see what they had in them. It's pretty interesting. And then, yeah, this is your world fight. So the ones that you can see all the people you played against online. As you can see, some of these people have played a lot of games, which impresses me because I do not know how you can play that many online. But yeah, so there's that, and that is the end of Fight Space. continuing on down the list, we've got Fighter's Notes, which is pretty much just what we went through. So, same things. It is pretty much the exact same things. And then we've got Password. So Password is where you can input passwords of various cards and things, and you can get some of the like more hard to find cards or just various other things that aren't actually out yet, or just things that you need to input codes to get that for whatever reason decide to make as promos. So how you do that is you go into this Password and then you type in the various characters and stuff that they have. Some things that are kind of hard to tell for other people that are not used to Japanese. This is various characters. A few of them use katakana, which are these. Some of them also have things like little 1010 or the little exclamation point thing, I guess, or not exclamation, but quotation mark things. The mana, which you can do. So that is a bad example because that doesn't have one. So let's say it has this, but it needs this. So if you press that and it needs a little quotation things, you just press that and it turns it on or off for that very specific one. For ones like this, it also, some of them will need the little circle for the thing to be input, so you can also do those. You'll never have one that is both. You can only pick one or the other or neither. So there's that, and that's how you enter codes in. You'll know because it'll unlock the card. As you can see, some of these are already unlocked because there's a good amount of them already out and unlocked. It's just a few that currently are not. These are actually the codes for all of them. I'll try putting a link when these upload to the specific passwords and how to unlock the ones currently so far. So you see they got the Blaster Blade Burst. They've got things like Claudia, Pentagonal Magus finally, so we can actually run the deck how it's supposed to. Gust Blaster, Dragon. These are a couple other cards. There's Paplu, all the other kind of things. Kind of funny binary. I forget what that one was called. All these other ones, and you also have this unit, which doesn't really help us when we don't have the Great Deck Hyzer and all of that either. One of these cards, it's a promo, the Darmstadium, and funny enough, they gave us a Seeker because this came out before the other Seekers, and this is your this is pretty much the only Seeker we've got in game, so we can't actually use the rest of the Seeker deck. It's not in here, but he is, because why not? And that's that. So we've got the collection, which that is not collection. Sorry about that. Let's go back, and then we do collection. So the collection just shows you all the different cards that you currently have in the game. So you can choose how you want to do this. This is for every card. This is by clan, and this is by pack. So that's, for instance, you can choose what clan you want to see, and it'll limit them to all of those. If they show up, that means you have them. If they do not, then that means you do not in fact have those cards. You can look through all of them and all that. It tells you which ones you're missing. And then this is by pack, so you can choose which pack you want to check from. And this shows all of them. All, like, insanely large amount of them. It's pretty great. So those are the page, and then I believe this is the... I'm guessing this is the number of cards or something. Not 100% sure exactly what that means. Yeah, with this you can go to deck customize, and you can also go to the shop from here. So it's kind of the same options as the other one. So you can choose to go around from collection to shop to deck customize, all in the same space. Then we've got options. So you can choose like your messages and stuff. Here, go to here. So yeah, like your message speed. When you choose to set it to auto, like how fast you want everything to go, and then when you skip, if you want to skip things you haven't read, or if you want to skip certain things, basically. That's what you do for that. Then you've got sound, the background music, how loud you want everything. Also keep in mind you have to press a Y to confirm that you want to save those settings. Then you've got the card fights, which this part is kind of the important part. So this is the cut-ins, whether you want them to show like your characters doing stuff or actions. This is the attack effects, so when they actually do damage to things, whether you want them to show various like little attack animations. Triggers, whether they announce the triggers and stuff. This one is one of the more important ones. This is pretty much when they activate abilities, whether you want it to automate activating those auto effects and stuff. So for instance, if you call 5 things and you have a Bruno, whether you want to whether you want it to automatically do so and how often. So this option pretty much says that every time you activate an ability, you want to confirm it. This one is every turn that you confirm every single turn. So let's say you activate Bruno's ability in one turn 5 times. You confirm it once, and then it'll automatically do so every other time. But if you do so next turn and activate Bruno again, it'll ask you to confirm again. This one is every fight, which means that if you activate Bruno once, then you will never have to activate Bruno or confirm Bruno's effect after that. This applies to online fights as well, I believe, although I'm not 100% sure. Though keep in mind if your opponent is currently still in the middle of their effects resolving or whatever, because they have to choose it one by one or stuff like that, then you still have to wait for them until both players catch up to where they currently are. And this is your mode or difficulty, so this is easy and this is normal. That's pretty much the only 2 options. There isn't a hard one. And then this is the SD card stuff, which I'm not really sure what it does. I kind of don't want to mess around with that yet, just in case it does anything. And lastly, you've got tutorials. You can this is just for various, each one like explains various parts through examples and stuff. So this is, I believe, your field and cards. This is pretty much shows you, I guess, the beginning of your turn when you stand your cards. It's pretty thorough, but if you're playing this game, you probably don't need it, just because you're probably already know how to play, or else you're gonna have a really difficult time learning from a Japanese game. One other thing I wanted to go over, besides all of this, is in-deck customization. A few tips and tricks I learned about the actual deck menu here. So in the recipe menu, I did run into a lot of situations where I ended up going, oh, I kind of wanted this, and this is supposed to be here, or I wanted to organize everything. So if you notice, pretty much everything is in order of this is Royal Paladins, these are Oracle Think Tanks, and so on and so forth. They were all over the place before, but I organized them. How you can do this is you click here, menu, or press X, and each option does various things. So what you can do for each one is, this is pretty much just you can confirm whatever is currently in that recipe for the deck, so you can kind of look through them. The next option is to change the sleeves. So let's say I want a different sleeve, so I accidentally changed it to something else, or I left it on from the last one that I saved. You can go in there and automatically change it without having to go through the whole difficulty of loading that deck, choosing the sleeves, and then saving it again. Then you've got playmat, same concept. Go in here, change your playmat, and then A to confirm. Then you've got this one. So this one is, you can change the I believe this is the recipe name. So you can change the name of it from here. So let's say I wanted to make it Grand Blue exclamation point or something. You do that, then you get Grand Blue exclamation point. You got here, you've got this, and this is to move the recipe. So you can move the recipe here, and then you can move the recipe back. And then the last option is to delete the recipe, which I kind of don't want to do, so let's not do that. So press B. Oh, I have to press B here. And so that should be everything about these menus and all that. If you guys have any other questions and stuff about this, let me know. I'll try to answer them for you. I'm kind of been busy recently because of school, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to translate all of the menus for you because there's a lot of menus to translate. Everything should have been explained though. If you do have questions about anything, like I said, let us know in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you on that as soon as possible. Other than that, that should be everything. Hope everyone who actually decides to pick up this game enjoys it. If you guys need us to do a video showcasing like sort of the controls and stuff in the middle of a fight, we can try doing those as well. If you do, let us know. We'll try working on that when we can, and we'll see you in the next video.